Creatine, a magical supplement used by professional athletes and strongmen alike, capable of building muscle quickly, or a snake oil sold in a fancy container by big corporations that causes hair loss and kidney damage. This investigation into creatine will give you all the answers you're looking for on creatine, game or lame. Since the discovery of creatine in 1832, it has fascinated scientists with its central role in skeletal muscle metabolism. In humans, over 95% of total creatine content is located in skeletal muscle. Creatine is found mostly in red meat and fish. The recommended maintenance dose of creatine to keep that level full is 5 grams per day. To keep that 5 grams per day from a creatine powder supplement, you would only need about 1 teaspoon. That's 0 calories and costs maybe 20 cents a day. To get that amount of creatine from meat, you would have to eat 2.5 pounds of red meat or fish per day. For most people, fitting that into their diet isn't an option, calorie or price-wise. You're probably not crushing a steak twice a day. So why take creatine? According to the Clinical Science Journal article on effects of creatine loading and prolonged creatine supplementation on body composition by Luc Van Loon and other associates, they found that both short and long-term creatine supplementation improved performance during repeated supermaximum sprints on a cycle, as well as other short burst anaerobic or without oxygen activities such as weight and powerlifting. Continually, according to the Human Kinetics Journal, one of the reported effects of oral creatine supplementation is increased muscle mass. A review in the literature reveals a 1% to 2.3% increase in body mass, which is attributed to fat-free mass and more specifically to skeletal muscle mass. It is unlikely that water retention can completely explain these changes, which brings us to some of the other side effects, such as water retention. A common thought is that creatine makes the user appear bloated, and any weight gain is essentially from water retention. But what about other side effects? In a Sports Medicine Journal article by Jacques Portmans on the adverse effects of creatine supplementation, they found that there are no evidence for adverse effects in healthy individuals, and they do not find any adverse effects on renal function. So it adds skeletal muscle mass and has no adverse side effects. Seems a little too good to be true if you ask me. Because of this, our reporters sought out an expert, local strongman and all-around fitness enthusiast David Alvarez, to grab his take on creatine. So tell me a little bit about your creatine usage. Also, you've used creatine in the past, right?
I have used it in the past for about maybe a good 4 months straight.
Okay. Did you see any results at all, or?
Not necessarily big changes, but no, I did not see anything.
Didn't see any results?
No, nothing.
Do you think you would try it again in the future?
I don't think so. If it were cheap, maybe, but at the same time, I don't know why I would be buying it if it didn't get
If it wasn't
results.
working.
Yeah, it's just like always those big athletes telling you like, hey, buy this, it'll make you be strong or something. So I don't know. Really
Not buying into it, huh?
Yeah, I don't want to buy into it anymore, but we'll see.
Interesting. He didn't see any huge benefits, but perhaps expected, as according to the Journal of Applied Physiology, in an article on muscle creatine loading in men, they found that some people are creatine non-responders, meaning that creatine supplementation doesn't increase muscle creatine levels. However, these people tend to be folks who had higher creatine levels prior to supplementation. So they're not really missing out on anything. We needed to dive deeper into finding out the truth. This interview wasn't enough. Our reporters went undercover to talk to local supplement experts to get their take on the supplement. Good, how about yourself?
Good. What kind of pot today?
Just for creatine.
Creatine?
Yeah.
Okay, do you know what creatine you want?
Probably the monohydrate.
Monohydrate? Okay. We have a lot of our other creatines are sold out right now.
Okay.
Kind of the holidays.
Yeah, a lot of people working out from home or something. I'll squeeze around this way.
The creatine monohydrate, this is the best one.
Okay. Have you used any of it before?
Yeah, I use that one in specific.
Yeah, my roommate uses it a lot, and he's like, "Oh, you should try some." So.
Yeah, definitely. It's
Yeah.
it's I think it's definitely essential for like muscle building, muscle growth. That I think Optimum Nutrition makes the best creatine on how It's micronized, so you see your muscles a lot better.
Nice.
Yeah, so we have the big bottle, little bottle, both the same thing. Unflavored, mix it with anything.
Yeah.
Nice. But yeah, so that's the only one we have right now.
Okay. Yeah, it's the only one you guys have.
Yeah.
Definitely got that one. How long you been using it for?
Oh, a couple years now.
A couple years.
Yeah.
You say you see a difference, maybe?
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, when you get off, or when you like forget to take it, because you want to be relatively consistent with creatine.
Yeah.
So when like I forget to take it for a couple of days, I can feel my strength dip of like not like oh my gosh 50 pounds now,
Yeah.
but like, I mean, you can feel a little more fatigue and
For
things
sure.
like that. It definitely helps for sure.
Yeah. I hear you like you maybe put on like a little bit of weight when you first start on it.
Yeah, because you gain a lot more water retention in between your muscles.
Okay.
So you will put on a little weight, but not in
I'm a pretty skinny dude, so it's...
Yeah, exactly. You won't put it in your belly like oh shit.
Yeah.
You'll put it like in your arms, your legs.
Okay,
and
that's
stuff.
cool.
Do you have a loyalty with us?
No.
Did you want to sign up?
Nah, I'm right.
No?
Don't worry about it. The professional supplement bro at GNC essentially confirmed our earlier thoughts on creatine, muscle gain, and water retention. Although it is his job to sell supplements, and he is a salesman, so validity and accuracy of his statements is brought to question. Again, however, no huge snake oil promises were made that I would grow massively. So honestly, why take creatine? Ex-quarterback and professional athlete Colin Kaepernick swears by the stuff, so everyone should do it, right? In conclusion, creatine might be very beneficial for athletes looking to increase mass and lift heavier weight, as heavier humans essentially can lift heavier weight, and that's just a mass to weight ratio formula. But why should someone not take it? As mentioned to the GNC bro, our reporter Evan is kind of a skinny dude. However, he likes to run, swim, and rock climb, all of which are activities where having an excess of body mass is not ideal. He knows he does not have the body type to be putting up close to 1,000 pounds of weight in a gym, nor would he really be interested in that. Through research, we found that creatine is great for those anaerobic short burst exercises and to build mass. But like our reporter Evan, it is not ideal for long-term aerobic exercise, where a person would benefit from not having an excess amount of weight on them. At the end of the day, it's up to the individual to decide what they like to do and if creatine is right for their specific body and activity.